Good morning, good noon, and good afternoon to everybody that is tuning in. I am Sister Wendy from local of Houston, and in Houston today it's pretty sunny, so hopefully we'll get to enjoy some sunshine today. And then I also have with me lovely hosts, or my co-host, Sister May. And so, Sister May, I will hand it over to you.
Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon to all our viewers and listeners out there. Of course, joining our beautiful host today, until Wendy. Um, wait, alone? Oh, never alone. I forgot what I do for my intro. But here I am, Sister Me from Zaragoza, of course, from the local of Sugarland, almost in Houston again, District of Texas. And of course, we have our panelists joining with us today. And if you're curious, what are we talking about today? It's about volunteering, but we'll expand on that later on in the show. But of course, here is our panelist. Tell us about what's going on. How have you been? Hi, Sister Abby.
Hi, I'm Sister Abby. I'm from the locale of San Antonio. I'm doing well, Sister Mayfin. Thank you for asking.
Yeah, it's good to have you with us today, Sister Abby. And I'm really excited about the topic, which is, like what Sister May said, all about volunteering. And Sister May, would you mind letting our listeners know what the question of the day is?
So, to our viewers and listeners out there, this is our question for today. What is a volunteering experience that is particularly impactful or rewarding to you, and what made it memorable? We're going to repeat it later on. But let me read it again just in case that was too fast. What is a volunteering experience that is particularly impactful or rewarding to you, and what made it so memorable? So that's our question of the day. And comment down below if you have stories, funny, sad, heartfelt, and we'll read it later on, like before the show ends or somewhere in the middle of the show. Back to you, Adi Wendy.
Agree. We'd love to hear them all. But let's start with Sister Abby. Do you have any volunteering experience that you wanted to share with us that you've been done in the past?
Yes, so I personally do a lot of volunteering work because I'm actually part of NHS, National Honor Society, in our school. Um, not to brag, but I am the NHS secretary. So yeah, thank you, thank you. So I, so
It's
I
not bragging, flaunt the blessings.
yeah, so I actually plan a lot of our volunteering opportunities. At my school, we personally do a lot of volunteering with younger school levels, like elementary schools and middle schools, and those are always really fun to participate in. I really like being able to spend time with younger kids. I really like children. I don't know. They're so sweet, they're so cute. So it's really fun whenever I get to like play games with them. Or I did this one time where we kind of did like um, science experiments together, and it was really fun seeing their reactions, or just them being so like in awe of what the older kids can do. So those are really fun to volunteer in.
I feel like they're watching you and they're like, I want to be her.
Yes, it's it
and
makes
that's
me
and
feel
that's a
really
good
good
thing.
about myself.
That's a good thing because not gonna be like shady or whatever, but a lot of influencers are lacking that part, being actual good influence. So that's good that you're doing that.
I agree.
Justin's just like, yes, Justin. We're out here supporting kids. How about you, Ate Wendy? I'm gonna pass it to Ate Wendy because I'm just here talking.
No, talk away. But yes, agree. Volunteering. So I've done a couple mostly with like my company or just the latest one also with INC Giving. We did a cleanup drive it was pretty rewarding to see. So, stepping back, so the latest one, cleanup drive, we went to a park where families gather. You would see lovely like birthday parties and things like that. So it was pretty nice to get some sunshine, but at the same time just beautify the park because you take away all the trash, things like that, and return nature to what it looks like. But yeah, but also mainly afterwards, I think it's kind of the rewarding feeling because it's spending time to do something that actually gives back. And so I'm also curious, Sister May, um, what do you have any volunteering experience that you want to share, or is there any volunteering opportunities you've been interested in looking into?
Well, the most I've done when it comes to volunteering is the church activities. Like in my old district, we would do a lot of like giving away of planting trees. We have cleanup drives. Um, what else? We have Aid for Humanity where we give out like food, clothing drives. We've done that. And right now, the Kadiwa and Binhis here in the locale of Sugarland, we're thinking of doing an INC giving at the nearby shelters. So it will be like it's not gonna be focusing on people. It's just gonna be focusing on our little furry friends, giving them a fun time, and of course, hopefully, some of the members would be like, "Oh, I want to adopt," or we'd be like, because of us posting it, people would be interested, and to give this fur babies a chance to have fun again and not be caged up and just be sad. So I'm looking forward to that, and we're still talking about it. So to all the brethren there, if you're from the District of Texas and if you want to join us, once we successfully push this through, please join us. The more the merrier. So I think that's the most that I've been done when it comes to volunteering. It's just either helping nature or helping people's needs. So and it's always memorable. There's nothing. I don't have any favorites because they're all for me it's all the same. The the fun that I have and the smiles and the questions. I love it when people like onlookers or like people who are just there, they ask like, why are you doing this? Under who? So then you can be sharing your faith at the same time. So it's really fun that people ask you questions while you're doing it. And I haven't really gotten any bad questions, so that means we're doing good. We're doing good. Back to you, Wendy.
Yeah, indeed you are. And that's actually a really good question because a lot of people wonder, well, volunteering, you don't really get monetary benefits. You're spending your time while you could be doing something else, like the movie theaters and things like that. But instead, you're here, you're volunteering. So the question is, what inspired you to volunteer? And I love to start with Sister Abby on this one.
I really like volunteering because I think mm, it kind of makes you feel good knowing that you're contributing to something bigger than yourself, if that makes sense. Especially if it's for church activities like INC giving or even care to humanity. I think it gives you like a sense of purpose whenever you're helping out others, especially if you're also helping out with the environment and stuff. So I think that's my favorite part about volunteering. What about you, Sister May?
Favorite part is feeling sense of hope. Because sometimes when you're stuck at home or even just looking at people passing by or whatever's going on around you, sometimes even the smallest of things makes you feel hopeless. Because like there are times when I'll just be driving, like minding my own business, driving, and then a car would stop, open the door, and then throw his trash out, and then close it and drive on. So I'm like, what are we doing, sir? So when we do this kind of things like cleanup drives and like helping like Aid for Humanity, giving out food, giving out clothes, it gives you a sense of hope that yeah, there are people who are that, but also there's you. There's people who do the opposite of it. And the more people I see, like a lot of us do it, like a group of friends, family do it, and I'm like, Yeah, there's hope, and we're here for examples of it. So that's, I think, one of the best things that I feel and see when it comes to volunteering, because we're not expected to get paid. Nobody's sponsoring us to do it. It's just because we want to do, because we want to be the hope, and we want to create hope. Because let's face it, the world can all be good. So it's good to see that there's that side. People still want to help. People still have the heart, not just monetary help, but people want to help in the simplest things, like just picking up trash, throwing it properly, or giving out old clothes instead of like just I don't know, it stays in your closet and just wait till a rodent tears it up and now you can't use it. But some people don't even have that kind of clothes. They don't have the money to buy clothes. So giving it away and helping, it gives you that big hope. So I guess that's the biggest thing.
Yeah, it is really nice to see that there's still light within people, just there's still the positive side to folks. And also, I'm also curious to hear from Brother Justin. How about you?
Hi, Sister Wendy. Just hiding back here. Okay, so I'm sorry, Sister Wendy. What did you want to know? I'm sorry.
Oh, no worries. So I'm just curious, do you have a volunteering experience that you wanted to share with us as well?
Oh, I have several. Wow, where do I start? Okay, I guess I'll tell two stories for this one. Y'all know me. I like to tell stories and just talk a lot. Okay, so all right. I think I'll go in chronological order for this one. Uh, so back in high school, we were given volunteer opportunities, and this wasn't just for points. I mean, actually, it was for points, so we could get a certain credit. But I wanted to take this specific opportunity because I had a lot of value to it, and it was to volunteer at one of at an elementary school, which was my elementary school, because they had some sort of ev- some sort of
Oh, he's getting cut off. He's disappearing once more.
Yeah.
I'm sure
Okay. Well, I
that
guess
that would
that's
have been a
a
good story.
yeah, maybe it's a preview to or a teaser to a more exciting story on Justin brother Justin's part. But I think this is a good time because I've seen a lot of folks tuning in and leaving comments. So let's see what everybody is saying. So we have Thomas Conroe from the local of Killeen. Happy viewing. We should always help and care to Humanity Inc. giving, do blood drives, cleaning parks. Yeah, agreed. Those are really good ones. And also, we have OB Roberto from local of San Antonio. We have Ferdinand Fabry. Hello, Texas. Hope we all enjoy our day from Edinburgh. And we have Elizabeth Red. Greetings to all brethrens around the world from the Red family in Edinburgh, District of Texas. And we have our CFO overseer, Brother Jeffrey Domingo. Greetings to everyone today watching from Houston, Humble, and also Arian Faith Domingo, everyone watching from Houston. Ooh, love that people are dialing in. And then also we have by the username Ben Okino, hello post Sister Irish and Sister Kathleen from local of Killeen, and Irene Talioga. Greetings to all viewers all over the world from Talioga's local of Killeen. And I see a username OB Roberto noted that we enjoyed the combined activity of locale of San Antonio and Universal City, where we brought our donations to San Antonio Food Bank. There will be food given each day to those facing hardship. That is amazing, and it's always amazing to see, like, there's cross local or cross CFO, just everyone coming together to help and volunteer. I also did a volunteering event in Houston Food Bank, which was we made it fun, kind of a competition between different companies where we, tried to see which company can assort the most boxes within a certain amount of time. So it's always a combination of, coming together for everybody, but at the same time making it fun, but always giving back. I did see Brother Justin hopping back on. I was wondering if that means we would be able to hear the end of the story you just started.
Okay, I'm gonna be quick before I lose my signal again. I feel like that's like a staple with me right now. But yeah, so we volunteer at this elementary school, right? They're having this event where there's a lot of food and games. They assign you to a certain booth to facilitate this event. And then what's really good about this event was because this was held during springtime. And then when you really think about it, all these kids, they spend like 6 7 hours a day in these classrooms. And then for some of them, they're getting ready for the state exam. The I don't know what it stands for, but it's the standardized state exam that every student from third grade to 11th grade has to take. It's called the STAR test, but I don't know what each letter stands for. I forgot. But but yeah, it was really rewarding because this was a school that I went to, and then this was just my way of giving back to the community where I grew up in. And then fast forwarding to 2013, where we had where at that time it was called Humanity because and this event was held particularly for the victims, for those who were in Oklahoma, because there was a series of tornadoes that happened. And so we held an event that day where we were giving out these parcels for the victims. We also gave certain donations to the schools, the fire department, and at one point we actually took the time to actually go out into the neighborhood and clean up the damage that the tornadoes caused. And then yeah, it was really rewarding to help out our fellow men in that community because we don't know exactly what they're going through. They could be going um, uh, through a tough time. So just being there and being able to help was actually very rewarding. Volunteering is its own reward.
Yeah. Oh, to add on that, you're not just helping the people who are in need. You're also helping the people who are giving the help. So like the firefighters, the policemen. You're helping them as well because they're not going to be doing that like 24 hours. People get burnt out. So with volunteers coming in, it's also a breath of fresh air for them. So, I mean, yeah, volunteering is really a good thing to do. And I also remember talking about calamities since my old district, so a volcano erupted. So it's really good to see like pictures um, being posted about them helping the people who are affected by the volcano eruption. So it's really good to see that these people are um, being helped. Now they're homeless now because well it got burned because of the lava, and you're afar but you can't help physically. But then just sharing it, posting it, like making people aware that that's I think that's counted as volunteering because you're spreading the news, a good news that um well, that's a good part. Just really hope. I've been saying hope a lot of times because I feel like that's a big thing when it comes to volunteering. You give people a lot of hope because you're not getting paid to do it, and people are just expecting people who are getting paid to do it. So once you see somebody who's not getting paid monetarily, um, it's a big thing for a lot of people. Some people don't know that, but it's a really big thing.
Yeah, and it can be really inspiring as well to see people taking action. And so for like viewers that's tuning in with us and who's wanting to step into volunteering, does Sister Abby or Sister May, Brother Justin, do you guys have any tips and tricks on how to go about finding volunteer activities? And we can start with Sister Abby.
For me personally, I think social media is a really big one since I know most of us have social media platforms. I think just staying updated and like being aware of whatever activities are being held, um, whether it's part of the church or just maybe like something that's being held in your community. I think it's really good to be aware of those since um, it shows the different volunteering opportunities that might happen. Um, and it also helps, if you want to share it to your friends, maybe you can turn it into like a small hangout of some sorts. I think it's really fun to always do it with your friends just so that it's more enjoyable. Um, but yeah, that's how I personally find out about volunteering opportunities. How about you?
And another way you can find out about volunteer opportunities in your area. First, just start off with some of the most common basic places that do need volunteering. For example, like I think Sister Wendy brought up food banks, and then there are also certain medical clinics you could volunteer at. And then definitely schools. We brought up schools. You can go to schools, ask them if they need help with any volunteering, and then you could pretty much volunteer almost anywhere. And also check with your local government's website. Maybe they have certain events where they need help volunteering. Just contact them. They might need you to do some sort of registration checks, or maybe they need you to apply first, which of course that's an important thing you should do. But uh, yeah, just reach out to your community, and then just you're basically just letting them know, hey, I'm here. I want to help. Let me know what I can do. Sister Wendy.
That's fantastic. Yes. Yeah, and agree, tuning into social media, but also I think I've heard, throughout the show, one thing is that there is a variety of types of volunteering. So it doesn't have to be something really big where we go spend a whole day in a disaster area, or things like that. It doesn't have to be really big, but it could be in all different kinds of forms that we've mentioned throughout the show. It could even start really small. For example, yeah, for example, if we are just giving a smile, bright smile, for people passing you by, or just a random act of kindness, that could also be a really good kickstart for volunteering. And so, um, I guess with that said, is there any advice on people who are kind of hesitant, like really interested in volunteering, but also kind of hesitant to take that step? Is there any last advice for those who are just on the edge of taking that step? And I'll kind of go to Sister May for that one.
Oh, okay. My best advice, start with something that you like. So start with that because you already have the heart for it. And then if you don't like it, maybe what your friends like. So now it's not just you. You have your friend. So now it's gonna be a group bonding thing. So if you want to volunteer, start from something that you really like, not just you're forced to like it. So like what I talked about earlier, like going to shelter, because me and my friends, we love pets. We love animals. So that's the first step of that, like just going all out with volunteering. Just that's our first thing. Go to a shelter and help out what we can do to help. So I guess that's my best advice. Do something that you like. So that means you won't be forced, you won't get bored, and you'll learn to love it even more because you get to learn more about this thing that you like. Or it can be a stepping stone to another thing because you won't know who volunteers there too. Maybe you'll be volunteering with people who volunteer on other things, and then you find out, wait, that's very interesting, can you sign me up? So now it's a whole lineup of things that you can do just because of one small step that you took. It's not even small, but for you it will be small. But for a lot of people, a lot of things, a lot of animals, that's a big thing already. So that's my favorite advice.
Yeah, thank you for that. And agree, you can there would be so many more opportunities that could open to you as long as you take kind of that first step. So before we go to our usual shout outs. We do want to thank our multimedia advisor, Brother Archie Talents, our CFO overseer, Brother Jeffrey Domingo, our assistant district minister, Brother TD Sampson, our district supervising minister, Brother Gino Ramilo, our executive producer, Brother Emmanuel Andea, our CFO coordinator and CEBSI CEO, Brother Angelo Irano V. Manalo, and of course, special thank you to our executive minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. And of course, let's see if there are any shout outs. Sister Abby.
Yes, so I'd like to shout out my family members that are tuned in. I'd also like to give a shout out to the district bidding officers. Your president says hi. And lastly, the local congregation of San Antonio.
Awesome. How about you, Sister May?
Oh, so now we have a Bin here representative. So sending my greetings to all the District Kadiwa officers here in the District of Texas, and of course also from my previous district, District of Bacolod. I hope you guys are doing better after what happened. Hang tight, you guys. Pray, because I'm praying for y'all. And to all that's watching, I'm sending love to everybody.
Thank you. Yeah, and before we end, just one promotion on event is the locale of Killeen will have their CMDPS vital wellness check that will be happening tomorrow. And of course, please do tune in on INC Radio next Saturday at 1:30 p.m. Central Time. And feel free to subscribe to our INC Radio YouTube channel. With that said, the next show that will be coming up will be INC Radio Virginia. All right. Well, thank you everyone so much for tuning in, especially spending time with us on a Saturday. Thank you.